morning, YouTube. It's me again, your favorite Texas trucker. And I am on my way to Wisconsin to deliver this load. I will have it there tomorrow at some point, tomorrow morning. I'll be delivering it across Wisconsin. But I wanted to talk to you, and some of the people that are following me, or watching my videos, are just getting into trucking. When I first started, that's pretty much the target audience, were the people that were just getting into trucking. And I hope that somewhere along the line, as I continue to progress or continue to grow and learn, that I pick up people that have some experience in trucking, and maybe they can teach me a few things, maybe I can teach them a few things. But that my primary goal is to become a owner operator, right? And based on what a couple of people have told me, it runs about 25 grand to get 20 to 25 grand to get into your own truck, and you need about $30,000 in maintenance, and a maintenance fund, operating fund. And so that's kind of what I've been looking at, was about $55,000 or so in order to start. And $55,000 doesn't grow on trees. So my primary goal was to get my bills paid off, and then take all that money that we were using in paying bills off to put into a fund to buy a truck. And I had, kind of a goal set to, once all these bills get paid off, start putting about $1,000 a month into a fund in order to buy a truck. And then I was going to put that truck and just park it until I could get enough money for a maintenance fund. Okay. Well, I was watching. I've recently, in the last month or so, come across a owner-operator who does videos helping people like me to become owner-operators, and his name on YouTube is Casanova 601. He is a really down-to-earth, straightforward kind of guy, and I appreciate that. No bullshit, no. He doesn't have any kind of a flair, you know what I'm saying, that I find a little annoying sometimes. He's just a good, down-to-earth guy who has a lot of experience in truck driving, and he's made a lot of mistakes, and he shares what he's learned with those of us who are just trying to get in there, so that we don't make the same mistakes that he does. Anyway, I strongly suggest that you look at some of his videos, and as you follow my progress, I'm going to be taking a lot of the things that I've learned or am learning from him in order to get my own business. Now, with that said, I've got pretty expensive taste. Okay. When it comes to doing things, I don't go cheap. When I picked my GPS, I picked the most expensive one, not because it was most expensive, but because it was the best. It's the best one, and I firmly believe that. It blows Randy Neill out of the water. I think it's better than Cobra, and it's the most expensive GPS on the market, at least the most expensive one I've found. When my radio right now, this Cobra 29, I got it for $70 used in a CB shop, and when I got it, it was only there to hold me over until I got the CB that I want. The CB that I want runs about $450, and it's one of the best. There's a couple of them up there in the same class, like the Striker, but the Galaxy is one of the best radios on the market, and and that's the one I'm fixing to get here pretty soon. Why? Because I have I have expensive taste. You know, I'm not buying it because it's the most expensive radio. I'm buying it because it's the best. You know, and so I plan to have that here pretty soon. You know, when I do things like that, you know, I always go for the best that there is. And I'm a Kenworth fan. And so as an owner-operator, my goal is set on getting a W900. In my opinion, it's the best. Now, a lot of you Pete guys out there, you know, you might argue. You might say the Pete's best. You know, Pete's a good truck. Without a doubt, man, it's a good truck. You know, I can't knock it. You know, it's right up there with you know, with the Kenworth, just like the Striker's right up there with the Cobra, you know, but, I mean, the Striker's right up there with the Galaxy, you know, they're both very good, but, you know, my taste is towards the Kenworth, you know, and so that's kind of what I got my goals set on right now. But I was watching a video of Casanova last night, you know, and ultimately you know, I got this, I know it sounds like I'm switching gears, but I'm not. I got this Cobra 29 to hold me over until I got the Galaxy, right? Which means I want the best, but I don't have to have the best to start. What I have to have is something that'll work. And Casanova, he does his video last night. You know, he didn't do it last night, but I watched it last night, where, you know, he was talking about whether or not you can get a truck and trailer for less than $20,000. The answer was yes, you could. And he had a Freightliner. I don't remember the class of Freightliner it was, but it was a decent looking truck, you know, I mean, there wasn't nothing wrong with it. It was a little older, you know, the paint was a little faded, you know, but it was a decent looking truck, and, you know, it had a brand new engine in it, it had like 50,000 miles on the engine, 48,000 on the rebuild when he bought it, 2,000 that he put on it getting it home, and he said he paid like $13,000 for that truck, you know, and that hit me, you know, I mean, I was like, you know, if that dude can pay $13,000 for a truck, and I think he said he paid like $5,000 for a trailer, you can see the whole thing was like $18,000 for a truck and trailer, under $20,000, I thought, you know, maybe I can do that, you know, and I'm not a Freightliner fan, you know, I'm not a Freightliner fan, maybe I would be if I drove one, you know, it might be alright. I'm a Kenworth fan, I love Kenworth, you know, and periodically I'll pull up, you know, Craigslist, or I'll pull up, you know, some kind of one ads for semi trucks, and I'll grab a paper at the store or something, you know, and I'll look at what's there just to kind of see what the prices are, you know, and you know, Kenworths are running. You can get an older Kenworth for, you know, $25,000, you know, a nice truck, you know, something you can work with. But most of your good W900s are running around $45,000, and you know, it's a little bit outside, you know, my price range, you know, at least the range that I plan to be looking at. So I changed gears last night and I looked up Freightliners, you know, and I found 20 or 30 of them, you know, that were, you know, 12,000, 13,000, you know, 15,000. And they all look clean as hell, you know. I mean, they look clean. Of course, you know, there's only so much you can tell from a picture, you know. In person, that thing might be leaking oil, or it might be leaking coolant, you know, or you know, might have a cracked block, you know, or all kinds of mechanical problems, you know, may need new brakes, you know, and all that. You know, it's hard to tell from a picture. But, you know, according to the claims, you know, they were all in perfect working order. One of them was a Freightliner, Columbia, I think. I don't remember. Columbia, Cascadia, something shit like that. Anyway, and it was like a 2005 or 2006. They wanted $9,500 for it because he said it's leaking oil, and he hasn't figured out where. I don't know how much that cost to fix. I'd have to have it looked at by a mechanic. But my point in the whole thing is that just in 30 minutes of searching, I found at least 20 trucks that were under $15,000, and that's a big encouragement to me. If I can take a Cobra 29 until I can afford the Galaxy, I can take a Freightliner until I can afford a Kenworth. So So, I don't know how much that's going to change my goals, but it's definitely changed my focus. Alright? Before, my focus was just on Kenworth and looking at what the Kenworths out there were. And I think that maybe that might be putting the cart before the horse, if you will. I don't think it should be that important to me what the brand name of the truck is that I get when I start as a truck driver. I mean, when I start as an owner-operator, as a truck driver, owner-operator, truck driver, you know what I'm trying to say. I think the focus needs to be on having a truck, regardless of the manufacturer, that can do the job that I need it to do, so that I can make the money to get what I want. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I just thought I would update you on that. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, we still have bills to pay, but I'm going to be focused on this until such time as I can actually bring it to be. And I still plan to buy a truck as soon as I have the money to do so. As soon as I can afford to pay for the vehicle, I'm going to buy it. Even if it has mechanical issues and needs to be repaired, I'm not going to buy a lemon. But, even if there are things that need to be done with it, I'm going to buy it. Even if I don't have the money to do those things. And I'll take it home and I'll park it. And that's where it'll stay at until such time as I have the money to do those repairs. And then what I'll do is, once I have the money to do all the repairs on the truck, then I'll do those repairs on the truck, and then I'll take it back home and I'll park it. And then I'll build up the fund, a maintenance fund, so that I can do repairs and operate the vehicle. One step at a time. The first step is me getting my debt paid. The second step is me saving up enough money to buy the truck. So then after that, it's buying a trailer. And after that, it's getting legal. And then after that, it's finding freight, or leasing onto a company. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. And I just thought I'd update you and let you know. And, peace out.